What's up, everybody? Brandon here with the Outdoor Home Stay at Home live cooking show. Tonight we are doing indirect grilled salmon, and this is a method that I have sort of stumbled upon on my own. I don't know if it's correct, but it's working for me. And a couple things we're using. We're on the Big Green Egg Mini Max again, one of my favorite machines. We spun it up to temperature pretty quick with our barbecue dragon down here. Put the charcoal up to the top of the grate. We actually have the convector with legs down, and we have the Big Green Egg cast iron grates that are a little thicker, and they transfer heat to the meat a little bit quicker, which I think produces better grill marks. And they're a little farther apart, so it makes for a nice, pretty grill. So we have three Atlantic salmons here, nice thick cuts. We've left the skin on. I'm going to show you a trick. Um, Traditionally, most people put the skin down. We're going to cook them with the skin up first, and you want to make sure you've got a nice, clean grate. I've used a combination of chili powder, excuse me, salt, pepper, garlic, onion, a little bit of cayenne, which is probably why I'm coughing there. Not just mix up a nice blackening seasoning. We were sitting at about 500 indirect. Now, um, 500 is really hot. It's probably too hot to do anything with fish or chicken when it's direct, but when we have that convector, legs down, it lets a lot of that more heat come around the meat. And what we're going to do is we're going to immediately shut the lid because we want the salmon to get hot enough where the skin starts to peel away from the meat. And what we're going to do there is we're going to peel it off, and you'll see it'll peel off just like paper almost as soon as it gets a certain temperature. And then we're going to flip it over and finish the other side for a nice um, evenly done on both sides where you don't get that brownish protein grayish fish that none of us like. It gets kind of slimy. So that's quickly climbing back up here to 450, 500 degrees. We're going to let it sit for about a minute. Now, salmon, you can treat it a little bit like steak if it's a good cut. 120, 130 degrees is how I personally like it. If you're cooking for a more sensitive audience, you might want to go in the 130, 140 territory. But we'll consider it safe at the 120, 130. Got this fresh from the seafood market, but if it's frozen or if it's been farmed or, if it's a little older, you might want to consider that in your temperature. Mixed up a little bit of chili powder, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of oregano, a little bit of thyme, just a nice little herbal mix here. What we're going to do is because we weren't able to season the skins, we are going to be able to do that when we peel them off and give it a nice flip for the other side. So what should be happening pretty quick here is we have some really amazing grill marks. And I'm just going to turn that 90 degrees, about 45 degrees maybe. Pull that up for the finish. And we're going to give these just a little tug. You can see the skin is already peeling off just like we want it to. Be real careful down at the bottom there. Now I've got a little trick going on here. I've covered my plate in with aluminum foil so that when I'm ready to make it a clean plate once again, I don't have to go back inside. I can enjoy the outdoors, which is what this is all about, the outdoor home cooking show. Um, And even though I'll probably have to wash my hands a little bit, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of this on to season the other side. Give us a nice crust. And sometimes I'll throw a little olive oil on to where we can get grill marks on the other side. But as you can see, we're almost ready for the flip. I'm going to go grab my thermometer and temp these bad boys and let these cook just a little bit longer, and we'll do the flip. And in the meantime, I'll dispose of my aluminum foil here. So while these cook, this is probably a 5 to 8 minute cook at this temperature all the way around to get them to a safe temperature for eating. And great meal. You're going to be impressed with the way it looks. Your guests are going to think you're a steakhouse chef, and that's what we all want. That's the fun part. So inside today, we're doing some herb crusted potatoes. If you look at my petite filet video from a week or so ago, That's a real big hit with this. And we're also going to do sort of a cilantro rice pilaf on top. Should make for a beautiful presentation. We'll take some pictures and throw them in the comments down here for you. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and flip these, and you'll be able to see the beautiful grill marks we have. Got that nice blackening effect to them. While those bring up to temperature, go ahead and shut it down and kind of let it de-intensify on the heat and burp it a little bit. Also bring in a little bit of that wood smoke flavor. As the wood gets suffocated, it'll bring a little bit of that wood fire flavor in. I'm going to grab my temperature, my thermometer, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back here. These are coming up, going to be probably just barely pink in the center right now, or that orangish pink we like out of the salmon. We're sitting about 110 degrees. And just like we did on the other side here, we're going to turn them back to their original position. Being very careful with the flakiness. Salmon wants to fall apart when it's nearing completion. So be very careful with it. Always good to have you a pair of silicone tongs. These are made by Big Green Egg. I've had these for a couple of years. They're super durable. I find that other tongs kind of wear out over time, and these have no flimsiness to them. They're kind of reinforced, rigid. Um, you may have your own pair, but I like the length of these, um, especially when working with uh, fish because they're just really sensitive to the touch. And you might notice a couple other things here. If you have a Mini Max, you'll know that it's one of the best machines you can cook on. It does everything that the larger eggs can do, just in a smaller format. I mentioned a couple videos ago that I have a family of 6, and we regularly cook on an egg this size. When we're entertaining for other folks, we use our larger egg. But these side tables are super handy. The folding stand, you can throw it in the back of your truck or your car, go camping with it. I've cooked as many as 20 hot dogs at a time here by stacking them, and just a really fun grill. I think it lights just a tad bit faster, although with a barbecue dragon, that's not really a factor anyway. And Archer's down here blowing us some bubbles. He's our special effects today. Um, but hope you guys are staying safe. Hope you're having a good time. We are delivering charcoal. We're delivering anything you want, really. Basic supplies to keep you guys grilling, to keep you enjoying the outdoors. That's what we're all about. That's what we've been about for almost 3 decades. And let's check our temperature here. We got a little bit more to go. That one's getting there. You can see this seasoning we put down in is really getting a nice crust to it. So you have kind of that perfect little bite, and then you have a nice cut with a fork, just flaky inside that'll be super juicy. Um, this is a pretty good piece of fish, a little fattier piece of fish, which I think adds, of course, to the flavor, and then it makes it stay tender. But the real secret here is that indirect cooking. It's that indirect flame that's going all around the heat right now, all around the dome of the egg, and kind of cooking that evenly, just like a convector or a convection oven would. That's why we call it the convector. And when I started this, I had my vents open probably about, well, full to get the fire started, and then probably about half to keep it at the 500-degree temperature. I don't want to dry the fish out, even though we're at indirect cooking, so I've shut it down just a little bit, more down in the 350 to 400 range to finish the cook. Point of getting it to the 500 degrees was to get the grates hot enough to put that nice sear and that nice blackening, just like you would in a good cast iron pan. By the way, the egg comes with the standard grates, the stainless steel grates, and those are great for vegetables and more everyday chicken type stuff. But when you're wanting to do something a little thicker on the crusting side, cast iron is a good tool for that. Pretty hot. I also threw a couple chunks of pecan in here, which I think gives it a little more wood fire flavor. May not be what you're going for if you're doing more of a lime or a savory garlic type flavor, but this is more of a blackened grill wood fire flavor. And a couple of these are done, so we're going to go ahead and pull them. That bigger one needs a little bit more time. Being ever so careful to not break the fish. Silicone tongs help nicely with that. And I'll show you. It's a nice herb crusted, very very fine blackened finish. A little bit of cayenne pepper, give you a little bit of spicy with that nice buttery inside of the salmon. We'll go ahead and put the third one on the plate here in a second to give the final presentation. Might squeeze you a lime over that. You might dip it in some hollandaise sauce or some dill mayonnaise sauce to kind of offset the spiciness flavor of it. We're going to put ours, I think I mentioned, on a cilantro rice bed and serve up some potatoes. And if you want to see the recipe for those potatoes that go with this, that you'll see in the final picture, go to our recipe the other day from the petite fillet and the herb crusted potatoes. And that's basically the same thing we're doing today. Tossed in some thyme, some rosemary, and garlic, and put in the Dutch oven to finish. We have the big green egg Dutch oven, enameled ceramic going inside in the oven. So this one will be about done here. I think we've got about $15 in this piece of fish, cut up in fillets. Guys, that is a perfectly grilled piece of salmon. Skin side up first, peel the skin back, season it, and then flip it. Set that right on the plate. Look like $1,000,000. Hope you guys are having fun. Keep grilling outdoors. Keep having fun while you're at home. And just because you're at home doesn't mean you have to stay in your home. Give us a call if we can do anything for you in the supplies department. Thanks for tuning in to the Outdoor Home Stay at Home live cooking show. Talk to you guys soon.